Hi, everyone. Welcome to our sacred pause, a moment in the middle of our day where we actually stop what we do, we put it aside for a moment, and we focus on what we actually want to be trusting in and wrapping our lives around. It is time to center us in a bit of peace and grace and the acknowledgement that this is not in our control and that is okay. In the past weeks, I've talked and referenced a lot of us who are either out of work or in a place where we can't do our work. But there's also a lot of you who are not only in the middle of your work, but it is all ramped up and you have, it feels like you have so much more responsibility, but every part of it has become twice as hard, right? Either because you have to do it online or just because everything else has shifted around you. I do this for you. I do this thinking of you, and I pray for all of you as well. Acknowledging that the stuff you are carrying is really big and it's really heavy. And this is a hard season. You just got to acknowledge that. You also have to give yourselves moments of grace in the middle of it, acknowledging that this is a season and this will not last forever. And the next season, you can receive gifts that you have to kind of deny right now. As usual, I invite you to put everything aside. Take some deep breaths in this moment. Pay attention to those muscles that are tensed up and let yourself relax them a little bit. And this morning we are going to do a Visio Divina again. It's this practice of looking at images, kind of allowing yourself to sink into, and if something about it grabs you, if there's a part in it or just the whole thing, go ahead and block everything else out and just focus on that image for a while. If you're watching this on playback, feel free to pause it or rewind it. And in focusing on that image, see what else is brought to you. What ideas, what memories, what words, what thoughts come to you, and just let yourself kind of follow those. Maybe that might be the Spirit speaking, saying something to you that you haven't been able to hear until now. And so we're going to do that, and then some silence, that, until we're finished. So first, breathe, sink into the moment. You are here, you have breath in your lungs, you have food in your belly. There is grace to be had. Let us become aware of it. 1 minute. Our first image. Let yourself focus on the details. If one of these speaks to you more than the others, feel free to pause or go back to it. one more. If an image just popped out to you, I invite you to close your eyes and just kind of sit with it. Now reading. God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear the earth gives way, though the mountains moved into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble at its swelling. Selah. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns. The nations rage and kingdoms totter. He utters his voice, the earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Give it one more minute. I'm going to return us to those images one more time. See if something new comes out of it. Do you notice anything new this time? A feeling that it brings up in you? I'm going to end our time with a prayer. God, may you speak through everything to us. May we understand that every moment belongs. The high notes and the low notes, the light and the dark, the struggle and the rest. And we understand that this is life, the whole gift. May we have ears to hear and eyes to see, which you are speaking to us in every moment. Amen. Down in the comments, I'm wondering what image spoke to you, and what did it say? What did you get? What did it make you think and feel? For me, the one with the guys on the ruler stuck out to me, and I think it's probably because right now it feels like nobody's in control, and that feels terrifying. It feels like we're on this path, and are we at the beginning of it? Are we in the middle of it? Are we at the end of it? No one knows, and we expect our institutions to have control of it, and we expect us to have control over our institutions. And oftentimes right now it feels like none of that is true, and that makes me want to be angry or indignant or hopeless, or makes me want to despair. But maybe it's the fact that actually that's always been the case. All this is just revealing what is already true. And maybe we got here despite the fact. Maybe us being in control was always an illusion, and when it's broken, the thing that I become more aware of is the grace that this too shall pass, and we'll go on to the next thing, because we're not driving the whole boat, and I can trust in that. Maybe. What is it for you? Whatever it is. In the meantime, I'm going to send us out with a little bit of music. There's a band that I love called Page CXVI, and they kind of do updated versions of old hymns. They give me permission to do this. I will also link to their page down below, and I hope you get one last chance to sit and listen before you move on to your next thing. Grace and peace, y'all.
Be still, my soul, the Lord is on your side. Bear patiently
God takes care of us so we can take care of each other. Live into all of it. See you tomorrow.